What's up, gamers? Metallic Rock here, and I am back with Season 2 of The War Within on a fresh 601 eye level Demon Hunter, and we're going to try to take this Demon Hunter all the way from 601, 0 Mythic Plus score, up to 3000 Mythic Plus score, the new achievement, Keystone Legend, and get that cool spider tank mount with a goblin face on it. So let's get into what I got into this week. I started by killing the world boss, and I actually got an item, some pants. But unfortunately they were last season pants, and I had actually run 2 Mythic Zeros at this point at 601 eye level and happened to get pants and a ring, so not an upgrade. Queued into the world boss in Undermine, and lucky for me, he dropped a plate item. Very cool. Moving on. I turned in the weekly quest to get the box, and I did one of the zone objectives to get another box. The first box contained a cloak, which was a pretty sizable upgrade, and the weekly quest box contained a ring, which was kind of a bit of a disappointment, but that's okay. I did a heroic floodgate, which gave me no gear and seemed like kind of a waste of time. After that, I went over to the Siren Isles to spend some of those fire, iron, or whatever currency is called to patch in a couple of my lowest eye level pieces, things that I was wearing Season 4 of Dragonflight, stuff like that. Got some free crests from rep turn-ins that are account bound. Luckily for me, these were current season crests. I didn't know these would update. I'm really glad I didn't claim these last week. And then I took these crests and used them to upgrade a few of the items. I'm not worried about these lower level crests. They are gonna have plenty of them by the end of the season. After that, I had a couple coffer keys, so it was time to go do my tier 8 delves. Oh wait! Delves reset at the start of the season. So I have to do a 5, to do a 6, to do a 7, to do an 8. So, I do a 4, to do a 5, to do a 6, to do a 7, so that I can earn the right, the privilege, to do an 8. But I was lucky, actually. My first 8 ended up giving me a weapon, which was really nice. My second 8 delve gave me a neck, which was pretty good, because I heard everybody else got trinkets, so I'll be happy with what I got. I did a Mythic Zero World Tour, finishing up the other dungeons that I missed, which unfortunately I guess I forgot to record. I thought I did, that's my bad. And then started pushing up keys in a guild group. Probably got to around 633 from doing a couple 2s, not really that many, maybe like 6 2s. Got gear pretty quickly, and then started doing 7s around 633 to 635 and timing them. We didn't time this one. The one random ended up leaving on this boss. And this is actually my first time seeing this boss at a high level that wasn't like a 2 or something where it just falls over. And then after that, I queued up into LFR. Nothing LFR dropped was worth rolling on. It was either lower eye level than I already had, or just for other classes. I think I rolled on a couple transmog options, but it was still enjoyable. I mean, who doesn't like a gorilla fighting a mechanical T-Rex? Pretty sweet, to be honest. After that, it was back into keys. Fail a 7 Dark Flame Clef on the first boss, complete a 7 Dark Flame Clef with only 2 DPS. After that, I went around and tried to get every key done at about a 7. 7s are really good because that's where you get the gilded crests, and they also drop hero gear, but if 7s are too difficult, you could always just do 6s to get hero gear until you're strong enough to push higher into 7s. You still have to do 10s to get myth items in your vault. We didn't do any 10s this week. I think in the future I can do maybe like a tier list or an overall, like my favorite dungeons or what I think about the dungeon changes, because there have been several little changes, like the first boss of Workshop. Since it's week 1, we'll keep it pretty short and sweet. There's not that much to talk about, and maybe in the future weeks we can kind of pick a dungeon to talk about in the weekly recap, but basically this week I took a fresh 601 Demon Hunter, went around, did all the mythic dungeons at least a 5. I never went back to do Floodgate at a 7, but at least a 7 except for Floodgate, and got up to 638 and 1984 Mythic Plus score, pretty good. Just shy of the free catalyst charge you get at 2K, but that's fine, because I kind of don't have the hero pieces for it right now. If you want to know what I got in my vault, you'll have to come back next week. Ideally, the plan is to release one of these every Wednesday. That way I have time to edit the full week together after everything's happened. You get a little overview, and I think I like the idea of kind of picking a dungeon each week, giving you an overview in general of what I did, what I accomplished, and then picking a dungeon each week and maybe providing some tips or specific Demon Hunter examples of things that I found useful as I move on. Alright, remember the goal for this season, for this series, is 3K, but I don't know, maybe if I'm having fun, we'll push past it. Season 1, I actually didn't make any videos because I wasn't that into Season 1. Obviously this season they are pushing hard to make Mythic Plus easier because they want to make it more enjoyable. I don't mind a challenge, of course, but I don't know, last season a lot of the dungeons I didn't vibe with, and sort of the whole environment around tanking and healing was a little stinky, and there was a lot of other big stuff coming out at the time too. I was playing like Diablo 4 seasons and stuff like that, but yeah, you've got me here for Season 2 The War Within, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.